Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis IV with me, Alfapiomega, Meiou and Taxes, Bohemia and Historical Immersion. So, I'm starting this episode by the rival popes event. Well, we have the pope and we have another pope which are against each other. But we're fanatical priests, so this actually really does concern us. Two rival popes claim to be the true leader of the Catholic Church, both condemning the other as the anti-pope. Catholic nations are declaring their allegiance to one or the other. Some out of piety, others for political gain. The longer the schism grows, the bloodier it will get. It would be best to end it quickly, either by a church council or by forcing one pope to submit through force of arms. Use 5 papal influence. So if we support the Pope in Rome, or we can support the rival Pope. Damn! Cyprus the Knight, Bremen, Anhalt, Göttingen, and Mecklenburg. Is there anyone important in there? Bologna, Conadorpa, Denmark. Bayern Munich, England. And I think we're gonna support the Pope in Rome. Unfortunately, we lost papal influence. That kinda sucks. So did that hurt my relations with Holland? No. With Meissen? No. With Savoy? No. Okay, so all of my allies support the true Pope in Rome. Austria, rival, covert action, embargo, hostile relations, Munster provinces. Well, we don't care. We don't care. We're gonna continue building the spy network because we want to. I would love to take Vienna and Unter den Enns from Austria. That would be unbelievably cool. But we'll see how it's gonna go. The stability has hit us hard, especially in the money department. So it's a bit of an issue for us. But I think long term we're doing kinda okay. We have a big army, bigger than Austria has. We need to go all in on this one though. Getting full support from greater nobles and lesser nobles, all of our vassals, all of our allies, because fight with Austria is not going to be an easy one. Oh, they have a really shitty king. We have a way better one. That's new. It is 18th of October, 1503, and we can now take the next aristocratic idea called Noble Knights. Noble Knights. Supporting a cavalry requires an economic system that produces a large number of surplus horses. If we were to guarantee the privilege of our noble class, not only would they be much happier, but they would also do much of the work to produce the needed horses. Our court fool described it as service guarantees serfs. Cavalry flanking ability increased by 25%, and number of truces have ended, which is fine. Next interesting thing that I wanted to tell you, that I did not record in between, is that Vogtland has shifted to Bohemian culture. So all of these, plus Jauer and Vogtland, are now Bohemian. And we're converting Svidnica and we're converting Horná Lužica. I think Horná Lužica is 10.5%. And you guys are at what? 18.92%. Okay. Loyal subjects. What is this? It is well known that our subjects are some of the most content and loyal in the world. To drive a wedge between us and them is thankfully virtually impossible, and as such it does reflect well on our nation. This time will be remembered. Extra diplomatic reputation and diplomatic annexation cost lowered for the next 5 years, or this should be exploited. Well, we can't really annex anyone in the next 5 years, so we're going to take the diplomatic points. because we're on our way to serfdom, which, as I mentioned, lowers monthly autonomy by 0.05, and the maximum centralization is increased by 5. I can't really wait, because then we can start a well, we can't, actually. We need the centralization to hit 40, which is gonna take another 2 decades at least. But hey, it gives us, you know, time to prepare for it, because just Moravia, which is probably going to be my first one that I'm gonna go after to connect my provinces better, is going to cost 790 diplomatic points. Can you imagine that? That's insane. And the rest is not gonna be cheaper. We might actually start by some cheaper ones. Okay, so for example, you would cost 0. You would cost 0. You would cost 0. Wow. Is that wrong, or is the game just... You would cost 0. How much, for example, Passau? Okay, 36. I guess as these have the same... As they are behind technologically and stuff, maybe? I'm not... Or maybe it's the relation of population? Because Moravia, I'm not gonna lie, is really big. Oh my god, you support the different pope? You bastards! Damn it! I so hate this event. Estates are restless. Several of your most powerful citizens from the various estates have come to you with concerns involving the new direction of your government. They seem especially concerned that this more centralized government might infringe on their traditional rights. Yeah, you're right, that's why we're doing it. So we can refuse to acknowledge their concerns, which we can because we need them. Or we can just corrupt them, or we can attempt to convince them that there is no need for them to be upset, which will demolish our stability, or we can decentralize slightly. So we're going to remind them of the many advantages, which is great because we are now corrupt as hell. And we got an excellent year, which increased our manpower. Well, at least something is good and going for us. I'm searching for the nation, I think it was Valdec. There was one nation that refused to release the unlawful territory. And I can't remember which one it was. Paderborn? It was not Hoya. Paderborn. Nope. Damn. Maybe they already... No? No. I need to figure it out. One of the nations have stood against the emperor, and we can't have that because the emperor is the true arbiter, and he's gonna come down at you like the angry hand of a god. Haviland is now considered part of our patrimony, which is awesome because it removes quite a lot of the penalties that we were having. Where is it? Here, overextension. We're still bleeding out quite a lot of money and manpower on Mittelmark, but that one is going to be done in, wow, in a couple of months. So Haviland, how are you doing? Still increasing autonomy because you're not part of a state and there is a massive separatism issue. But hey... We're gonna deal with that. We are going to deal with that eventually. And estates have built a building. Really? Probably the local fortification, right? Population is increasing nicely though, and there's no province trauma. That's good. Hey! Centralization of power. Okay. Centralization of power. For this period, powerful rulers were able to reverse the course of feudalism by centralizing power under themselves. With higher population came increased tax income for rulers, and with gunpowder came high costs of warfare that meant many feudal nobles preferred to pay scutage rather than fight. The results were professional armies and bureaucrats loyal to the central government, while the landed aristocracy increasingly lost their privileges to the state. The unification of nations such as France and Spain only sped up this process. It was the army's force-marched order, allowing them to march faster for military power, and can now build civil arts academy. So it's awesome. Metalmark will be done soon, which will allow us to finally get into positive numbers even at this poor stability. Okay, relation of mines have been finished. Neza Electra had a problem with us due to the whole anti-pope thingy. And same here. But otherwise we are kinda safe. We lost the diplomatic advisor, however. I would love to get Przemysł Pardubic +2 and increase his spy network creation, but alas, it's not to be. It's not to be. How are we doing on stability? We really need to get... Yeah, okay. So this is going to be a good year for us. We're going to get to 0 stability and core Metalmark, which will allow us to create a state there, after which we might even declare war on Austria. I think Savoy... Still not. Really? How is it? 9 now? 9 now. Okay. But the war with Austria is inevitable because they started laying claims on my provinces, like Novohrad, and they desire Prešporok and some other ones, so we need to strike first. It's in the interest of the empire. It's in the interest of the empire. Well, the stability of Bohemia has improved, and both of the upper provinces are now part of our country as cores. Havelland is a proper core, while Metalmark is still only a territorial core. I need a bit more administrative power to get it, but the autonomy is now dropping kind of nicely by 0.137, which means that the autonomy here will drop to somewhere around 80, and here it is not dropping that fast, but we haven't really made it part of a proper core yet. What's complicating it is the University 2, unfortunately. What kind of estates do you guys have? None yet. And we have a council in Milan. And let's try to raise the issue of indulgences, which is kind of an, issue. Now, our military leader has died, so I have recruited a new one, Josef Zaitz. He has 1 fire, 1 shock, 3 maneuver, 0 siege. Unfortunately, we can't really expect much more when our army tradition is so low. What can you do? We have no overextension. Oh! And I forgot that we can lay a claim on Austria. Unter den Enns. These 2 provinces are something that we really want. Komarum? Komarum is also part of Austria. Yeah, these used to be Hungarian provinces, but yeah. So we now have a claim on 2 provinces, and that makes me very happy. There's not much else happening right now. I think that at this point every one of my allies would join me. Poland would not. Wait. What's up with that? Why would that destabilize you? Do you have a royal marriage or something? I don't see Austria here anywhere. Why would it destabilize Poland? Did they gain? I don't even know how their war with Muscovy ended. Oh, they won a decisive victory. Damn. Okay, well, I guess that's what they're talking about. Guaranteeing independence to Tony Corder. Wait. Oh, has the following junior partners. Thinking that they have a junior partner, destabilizing, corruption. They would probably accept if they attacked us, but not if we attacked them. And how strong is Meissen? Okay, both would go for it. Trust is giving us maximum positive issue. Well, the only problem here, as I can see, is the issue of of the destabilization. And I'm not sure why that is. I need to figure it out. Also, check out the cash. We're starting to make money while still drilling, which is awesome. We're at 19.59, which is awesome. Gifted Kalistine. Unfortunately, only Catholic men are welcome at our court. I want to be a philosopher, man. I don't like a philosopher. I got a theologian now. Well, only Catholic people are welcome at our court currently. We can now take the serfdom. So let's take it. Serfdom. Serfdom is a system where the peasants are bonded to the land where they live. Encouraging such a system makes it far easier to maintain control. So extra centralization +5 and a monthly autonomy is now reduced by 0.05 extra, which means that, for example, the autonomy of Mittelmark is dropping now by 0.1. Nice. And Havelland by 0.174. Damn. Everyone's gonna drop to something like 85. We still haven't... Oh, we did finish the roads. Okay, so the communication here is 24 days. Here's 23 days, because Mittelmark doesn't have the roads. And how's it, for example, in Prešporok? 20 days. Okay, so Prešporok is somehow closer. Yeah, I guess it is. It's optically does not seem like that, but it is. And autonomy in our capital is dropping even deeper. We are at 7% now. I would like to develop the province because the population is now higher than the urban gravity by quite a lot. But honestly, we really don't have the means. Now, I'd like to fabricate the last claim on Obden ends, and then we can enter the war against Austria. Still, Poland would not join us. I'm not sure what the reason is. I think we could fight them without Poland and Lithuania, but getting these two in would yield another like 50,000 troops. Right now we have like 26, 31, 35. How can you have it? Oh, it's part of Magdeburg. Okay. Yeah, roughly something like 55,000 troops. Well, Austria will probably get something like that as well. So it's going to be pretty even match. And we have an issue that some of our allies have very low technology. Well, militarily, they're doing good militarily, with the exception of Chechin. Corruption. Ignore it. Extra corruption for everyone, people. Extra corruption for everyone. Well, we can now take the next technology called early tertios, which will give us actually extra army tradition for a year. Pioneered in the Iberian Peninsula, in a tertio group of pikemen would form a wall around musketeers, protecting the musketeers from hand-to-hand combat while the musketeers shot at more distant enemies. The combination was so effective that it would dominate the battlefield of Europe for generations. So line morale increased by 0.25 and cavalry shock increased by 0.4. And we can also lay a claim at the last province that we are interested in up their ends. Now I'm having 21,000 troops now because one additional unit has been given to us. Poland would still not join us in the conflict, but we're gonna do it anyway because we want to utilize this advantage that we have now. So I'm gonna increase the army maintenance to maximum. Activate all forts, which is going to put us in a bit of a balance negative, but in the next episode we are going to declare war on Austria, attack them, and hopefully maybe even Poland will join us. I don't think that preparation for war will help here. We're gonna be just short a few. Yeah, short a few. Doesn't really matter. Let's do it anyway. I'm gonna ask you guys to prepare for war as well. and I can't do it with you because I don't have enough favors. Okay, but in the next episode, our units will arrive to Bujovicko, and we are going to ask primarily these 2 provinces, but if we can, we're gonna go for all these 3 and see if we can do it. But Obdenant is a better war goal because it has a low amount of garrison, so it will fall quickly and start giving us war score. Then we can move to the additional provinces. And Plunder, because we are a fanatical priest and we believe that we are the Holy Roman Emperor appointed by God himself. So see you in the next episode.